Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. Hope you're well. First thing, I'm a little bit sick today, which is probably why I sound like I'm breathing through two straws. But anyway, let's just get straight into it. We put in a nice reversal on Friday. Some people stepped in with some bids, big bids, saying, no, we shall not go any lower. And we didn't, and it was very much up only Friday and Saturday. But we are starting to put in a bit of a reversal now and undo some of the gains. I'll try and keep it super simple, but essentially we've traded back into our value range from the previous week. We've actually failed to break out. As you can see here, this red zone was our line that we were looking to break out from. This was where we were expecting rejection. We've kind of rejected, this is on 4-hour time frame, of course. Once, twice, three. We had a breakthrough, but closed back within our zone, and now we're looking to retest lower. The reason, like I say, is that we failed to break out, and now we've also failed to save the point of control. Again, we'll jump into more of this on the order flow chart shortly, which, given the fact that we've traded back into the value area, we've failed to hold the point of control. The highest value probability is that we should be expecting reversion to the downside to sweep liquidity for a lower support, and the market is kind of confirming that going into the New York Open today. So in simple terms, what am I expecting? Well, I'm expecting trades back into these lower zones. So we've got the top of our 4-hour buy-side imbalance here, which look, we've bounced off perfectly already. We have our point of control somewhere up here, which we, again, will look at on the order flow chart in more detail because TradingView doesn't do accurate volume. Our dotted line here is still our 200-week moving EMA. I don't know why this has got the lock on, even though the lock isn't on it. I could expect a trade back into our point of control, potentially even back into this EMA, and if we start hitting our head on this to come back down, potentially another retest of here. If not, retest and sweep this low volume node here. And then the most interesting level for me is this, right? So the reason this line is blue is this is our previous year, 2025 VWAP, which sits around 65,400. And what we really want to see is some bullish momentum pick up here, if we're going to continue bullish in the short term. I don't know why this line is moving as it is, but anyway, because what we'd nicely be doing here on the higher time frame is putting in a higher low for us to continue to the upside. But not only that, but just from a sentiment perspective, from us failing to hold this previous year's VWAP, coming back in, reclaiming, and failing to hold again, it's almost becoming our final line in the sand there for realistically maintaining bullish outlook over the next few weeks and months. I say almost the final line in the sand because for me, the final line in the sand here would be this retest at the bottom, which I think, if you ask me right now at this moment in time, I don't think this is too unlikely. I think this is potentially a very high probability trade. And the reason I say that is this is last week's previous value area low. And we've already traded back in and accepted back into the value range and also failed to hold at the point of control. So statistically speaking, we do like to look for trades all the way back into our previous value areas and typically retrace the whole range itself. Not only that, but you've also got the daily buy-side imbalance here still, which we can look to sweep for liquidity. And of course, given the timing and how early we are in the month, it also is the monthly value area low. So this would be an amazing place to look for, of course, a great short trade into it, but also somewhere where we can look to really see, okay, are people willing to bid at this point? Because this is our final line in the sand in this developing price action that we've got. Because if we do lose this, it looks very much like we're going down into the low 50s. And so that's my general outlook. I'm definitely not looking for big long plays here, depending on how the price action plays out. Maybe we look for some short-term scalps, but realistically, I'm looking for areas of what we can identify as a premium to look to trade back into these levels. Again, I wish this magnet was not on because it shouldn't be on. But anyway, looking for trades back into our areas. I think if we do come back and retest this, it'll most likely look to go to this low volume node. I'll look to take profit here. If this doesn't hold and we trade here and start to break down further, I'll be targeting the last year's VWAP at around 65,400. I do expect to see some significant support here though, so I will be closing out my positions, seeing how the price action plays out. But if we do start to break down again, I'll look to see the second breakdown from this VWAP and look to trade all the way back into our previous week value area low, which is also our monthly low at around 62,450. And they're the simple plays for me this week, guys. As we always talk about, we go high probability, and just based on how we're trading within the value area and the price action that's following from this very short session this morning, it's looking like we want lower before we want higher. But again, if for some reason something steps in and we do go up only, and you are entering in longs, this is where you want to be looking to take profit, right? Right at these highs and expecting resistance. But what I'm going to be playing now is, like I say, areas of what we can deem premium. So at the daily point of control, potentially even a trade back into our EMA, which is our dotted line there, the 200 week, and then look for shorts to the downside. But now let's have a look at the order flow chart and we can dig into some things in a little bit more detail. So this is what we're looking at here, guys. We've got our green line, which is our low volume node within our 4-hour buy side imbalance, which I'll be targeting. We've got the 2025 VWAP here, and we've got the monthly value area low, which is also the previous week value area low, right down here at 62,577. So realistically, this is what I'm looking for here. Maybe we bounce off this value area here. We might trade back into the point of control. We might reclaim the VWAP. Definitely around about here, I'll be looking to enter in short, should again we see buyers not getting rewarded and sellers getting rewarded for their efforts, and essentially just be targeting down here. I'll be targeting first the green, second the blue, third the pink. Simple as that. And when I talk about targeting, what will I be doing? I'll be entering in short, but I'll be taking profit here. I'll wait to see what happens. If we start to break down again, okay, I'll get back in. I'll take profit here. I'll wait to see what happens, come back in, finally take profit here. And this honestly would be where I'd be now flipping my buyers towards going long. Again, if I can see buyers step in and them getting rewarded for their effort. I'm not just going to set arbitrary limits here, because again, if we do fail to hold this, it's not going to look good, and I don't just want to have a limit order there that's just going to get instantly stopped out or go thousands of dollars underwater for no reason. You know, we want to wait for, I mean, realistically, the ideal thing is to wait for a bounce. Let me delete that. You know, wait for a bounce, we hold it, we do something like this, we come back down, retest on a slightly higher low, and that's where I'd look to enter and kind of trade this to the upside. But yeah, simple as that, guys. I'm not going to spend too much more time on it because you've got the playbook. I said as well, just to clarify, that before I enter into shorts here, first of all, I want to just see how the price action develops going into the New York Open again, but look for areas of premium. So for me, it would be the point of control here at 69,195, or the VWAP, which is currently at 69.9. Of course, remember, these areas will change slightly as the volume comes in because they're based on volume and the volume doesn't stay the same. Or if we saw a big pump off the New York Open and we have a bit of a fake out, something like this would be amazing. A trade up to even the daily value area high currently, or the previous week point of control here, which is around 71K. Now, I doubt we'd see something like this, but I've seen crazier things before. But you've got the narrative. We're going to follow it as we go along. If you're not part of the free Telegram, make sure you join the free Telegram. We've got the channel where I'll post announcements. We've also got the chat where we can talk about this as the action develops throughout the day. So join up. It's the first link in the description. And if you want to see more of these videos every day, you want to know how to trade the market every day, you want to know what I'm looking at and what the highest probability plays are, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell, and you'll see when I drop this every single day. But other than that, guys, not much to say. Then good luck, have fun, and I'll see you in the books.